Hey everyone. So I was asked to follow up on my video that I posted recently called The Zen of Hasselblad, and I'm out here in the field. Long story short, I messed up on a roll of film, and I basically was only able to retrieve one shot. I didn't have the light baffle in my developing tank, and the film for the most part was exposed to light. But I'm shooting here today in the same park that I was at, and I'll show you guys what the park looks like. This is Cogs Hall Park in Fitchburg, Massachusetts. It's one of my favorite little parks, and you can kind of see why. It's just a beautiful spot. But walking through the paths of Cogs Hall Park with this Hasselblad certainly has been a learning experience. Lesson number one, I've got the grip with the trigger on, and when you're walking through the fields, you don't want to hit your release button, particularly if you, well, I had the dark slide out, and I didn't want to, I had it in my pocket, and I didn't want to keep pulling it out and putting it back in. So 11 out of these 12 shots anyways will be probably pretty nice. I'm hoping to get back in the dark room sometime this afternoon, but I should tell you why I enjoy this camera. It's a medium format, 6x6, uses 120 roll film, which I have a roll of Ilford FP4 loaded in there right now. And shooting with the planar 80mm, I also have the sonar 150mm. I might leave the 80 on all day because most of the shots that I took the other day were with the 80. But I'm trying to recreate some of the shots that I lost with the developing tank fiasco. So this camera is a joy to shoot. It's really not as heavy as everybody says it is. I think most of the people who complain about it being heavy probably came from shooting 35mm size DSLRs, which are mostly plastic. This guy is all metal. It's all gears and releases and all kinds of chrome. You see it's decked out in this beautiful chrome finish. 12 rolls per shot, or 12 shots per roll. I've got the prism on, and that does a couple of things. That corrects your left-right perspective. If you shoot with the waist level finder, left and right are opposite each other, so that corrects it, and it provides you shooting more like an SLR type camera that you're putting to your eye. This is called a eye level prism. I left my meter at home today, so I'm actually metering with an iPhone app, but it seems to be working out pretty well. I usually use the Gaussian Luna Pro F, which provides me with EV, or exposure value, which my pocket light meter on the iPhone does not, but that's no problem. You can set your aperture and shutter speed independently. Shutter is built into the lens. It's a leaf shutter. You see it's a T-Star, which Carl Zeiss added an additional layer of coating. My sonar is also a T-Star lens, so this camera is just an absolute joy to shoot with out in the field. And someone asked me about the camera the other day, and my response was, I didn't say it forces me to slow down, because that sounds kind of negative. I said it empowers me to slow down, and that's exactly what this does. People need to slow down. I was in the park the other day, and there was this lady with her kids, and she's texting and yakking on the phone, and the kids are off in Camp Run Amok, but there's nothing wrong with slowing down, and it should be something you're proud of. It allows you to create. It allows you to be strategic instead of tactical. This camera and its operation is both strategic and tactical, and I think that's why I enjoy it so much. So anyways, that's a quick look at my Hasselblad. Model is 500 cm. This basic design has been around for the most part since 1957. The M indicates that it's modified, so you can swap out ground glass, and I have the Acute Matte, I think it's Acute Matte D, which is a much brighter ground glass than the stock one. I have the stock one as well. It was not cheap, but it was worth every penny of it. So that is a quick look at the Hasselblad out in the field. I'm going to finish this roll and hopefully get in the dark room tonight. Take care for now.